Welcome to day one of the Yoga Challenge. Today's posture is reclined twist. This is one of my favorites. I do this posture pretty much daily. It's great for releasing tension in the low spine and hips, glutes, all throughout our lower pelvic area. So as I mentioned in the welcome video, if you've got props, now's a great time to grab them, keep them handy and close by. I'll kind of go over a couple of them today, but let's get started. Right away, we're gonna lay all the way down onto the mat. Take your legs and arms long, arrive onto the earth. If you don't have a mat, that's totally okay, but you're gonna place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Take a few breaths here. Start to acknowledge your breath. Inhale a little bit fuller. And open mouth, exhale. 2 more. Make your third one just a little bit fuller, a little bit deeper. Go ahead and seal the lips. Start to find a breath in and out through the nose, nice and full and even. Allowing the belly to rise as you breathe and noticing if you can keep the hand on the chest still. So really finding that diaphragm breath. Instead of breathing just into the chest, we're moving the breath all the way down into the belly. One more. All right, let's move into our posture. Take your time, draw your knees into your chest, one knee at a time. I'm going to cue one leg with the twist, but know that you can always keep the knees together and just gently let them fall over to one side as we do this posture. Otherwise, we're going to start with the left leg close and extend the right leg back long onto the mat. Hug the left knee into the chest. Start to feel some openness on the inner thighs. Give yourself a big hug. Inhale. And then exhale, start to take the leg over and across the body. Your foot may plant on the mat, and I want you to pause here. You kind of need to lift your bottom hip up and pull it underneath you. Same if you took the knees together. Sometimes you've got to move the hips so that they stack. When the hips are stacked, we can allow the twist to move more into the spine and into the areas that are really cranky. So here's a great opportunity if you have blocks or a bolster to place it underneath the leg that's twisted towards the side. So that way you can relax versus the weight of gravity pulling you down. You'll gaze in the opposite direction, maybe tee out the arms, or if you don't have enough space, you can cactus the arms. But breathe here. I want you to think an inhale to expand through the left ribs and left side body as you push the left hip away. Imagine your breath getting fuller with every inhale. And with every exhale, you release any tension or emotions that arise as you soften the glutes and your jaw. And you'll be on this side for a few breaths for as long as you'd like. If you want to add on just a little bit more, you can bend the bottom knee and take the left hand and grab a hold of the foot and kind of, we call this the cat pulling its own tail variation. So you're starting to get a stretch along the front side of the right leg, along the quad. It feels kind of nice, but if it's too much, just back out. The goal here is to find the twist. So maybe you need to shimmy and move throughout the posture. But you're here for a few more breaths on this side. Maybe you start to straighten the top leg, the left leg. As you kick through the heel, you might get a nice stretch up into the left glutes. There's some fascia that runs all the way from the heel up the back side of the body. And it can feel kind of nice to just give a little love here. Take 2 more breaths on this side. Beautiful. What can you let go of with your next exhale? Soften the glutes. Ground through the shoulders once more. Finish up one more breath on this side. As you exhale, slowly engage the core, draw the knees back in to the chest. Take a moment to notice. So we use the transition as an opportunity to just see how things change when we work on one side for an extended period of time and not the other. So just noticing what you feel here as we prepare for the other side. This time, right leg will stay close. Knees can always stay together if you want. Extend the left leg long. Take the right knee nice and wide outside of the ribs. Open up. I like to flex the left heel, get a little stretch, kind of from the inseam of the right leg all the way down to the left. Breath in. Root the left hip down and twist. Take the right leg across the body. Once again, you maybe missed me doing it, but I'm lifting my hips up, shimmying them to the right so they stack, and then the twist goes into the spine. You can grab the bolster. If you've got a block, that's another great way to support yourself here. I have a couple blocks in different sizes, just so that I'm prepared for anything that I need. All right, bolster underneath the right leg, excuse me, and then gaze over to the right. And then same thing here. You can adjust. Maybe this side needs more, maybe it needs less, but we're still steady with the breath. An inhale through the nose to expand the right ribs, push the right hip away, and an exhale to settle. So this is a great way to relieve a muscle in our back called the QL. It's triangularly shaped-ish. And it's right there towards the middle to low part of our spine, but it's responsible for helping hike our hip. And this can be painful for someone like me who has a kid that I carry around. That hip hiking muscle gets a lot of work and gets really tight. So this is a great way to release tension in the low spine. If you want to grab the bottom foot with your hand, you can, or extend the top leg and find that full stretch. Make this work for you. Let it feel good, right? This whole challenge is about surrendering and finding stillness. So use every moment to let go, to surrender. Because just being is enough. This work is also important. A few more breaths. Take the gaze back over the right shoulder. Feel the stretch in the neck. Can you relax both shoulders into the mat? A lot of times one will lift up, but notice that you can back out of the twist if you need and ground the shoulders back down. Your knee may never touch the earth, and that's okay. We're working just towards that spinal twist, that rotation, compression in the front side body, so that when we release, we feel this nice flush and rush of energy and blood. One more breath. Exhale. Slowly transition back to center. Draw your knees in towards your chest. Notice how you feel. There's no rush to move out of this position. There's no rush for you to be anywhere else. Take a moment here. Thank yourself for showing up. Big breath in. Breath out. Take the arms and legs long. Give yourself a full body stretch. Then roll over to one side or the other and press yourself up to a seat. Great job, and congratulations on completing day one. I am so proud of you. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you tomorrow for day two.